Green Lantern Kyle Rayner Rising, the Compendium, or should I say Compendium? Yes, they misspelled Compendium on the spine. A problem with DC's formatting on here. I've never seen that before. That's pretty crazy for a book this size. Now, this was already collected in a Green Lantern Kyle Rayner 2-book set. Everything in here was already in that. And I'm going to recommend, if you like have a choice, go get those instead, because the paper quality is so thin on this. It's really not the best. But these stories are fantastic. It's all pretty much by Ron Marz. There's some crossovers in here with Marv Wolfman and the Teen Titans and the like. And there's a 0 Hour crossover. But the storyline is Hal Jordan goes on this mad power trip, and he ends up trying to like destroy everything he loves because he is trying too hard to control everything. And he goes crazy after Coast City's been destroyed where he came from. And I enjoy this style art. This is like my favorite era for art. It's actually, it's kind of like this 80s house style, 90s, early 90s house style, which doesn't go too far into like 90s stuff. And so it's still formatted with standard panel layouts and the like. And he ends up killing all the Green Lanterns, and then his ring gets sent off, and Kyle Rayner gets it. We meet his girlfriend, and it's really nice. He starts fighting these battles on Earth as he's learning to use his powers, and fights a couple different villains through this. And this is where it's all heading out here from the one Guardian that survives. And then he becomes the Green Lantern, and she's like a reporter, so she like helps him find some sort of things. Eventually, we get into after a few issues of him learning, and here's his new costume that gets revealed. Cool stuff, beautiful. Look at this pinup. This splash page is just like everything I love about comics. These like Ron Marz's writing is so fast paced. By the way, I could just like scan through this so much. And the one thing that makes me sad about this, again, is like this is really thin paper. They've got a misspelling on the cover. So it's like, oof. This is a rough printing of this book, which, again, existed already as 2 other books. I wish they would have done like maybe the next part. Like, so like at least it was material that really wasn't collected, because a lot of the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern is actually not collected. And we can't really get a lot of that these days, which is just sad. He's fighting some aliens. Eventually, he fights Major Force as people come after his Green Lantern ring, and that ends up with the shot heard around the world, or fridging as it's called. He throws Kyle Rayner's girlfriend into a fridge as he kills her, and Kyle Rayner kind of breaks down and becomes pretty violent. Now, there's other confrontations through this. Eventually, he confronts Hal Jordan, who is become Parallax at this point, become a villain, and tries to remind him of who he is through the 0 Hour crisis. And as I said, he joins the Teen Titans at the end, ends up getting close with Donna Troy in the Teen Titans, and they have a space adventure with the Titans that crosses over with all the issues as well. And then there's finally a crossover with the Guy Gardner Warrior and these other characters towards the end for this like alternate universe kind of thing. And the writing is not as solid on those at the end of this deal as like the Ron Marz stuff directly is, but it's still fun stuff, and it's good. I enjoyed reading this all the way through. So great stuff for me. The actual contents of the material is like a 9 out of 10. Some of my favorite comics in here. Just a lot of fun. Good setup. Really feels like early Peter Parker Spider-Man, where he's like, he's trying to learn to be confident. He's trying to learn who he is and trying to do things well, but he's just not quite there yet. And this is a little longer than like a standard epic collection. It's like 600 pages worth of content. So if you were wondering what the content is, I usually do this at the beginning of the video, but I forgot to. It's Green Lantern Volume 30, 48 through 65. So good deal there. And most of the actual extra content comes because of the crossovers. Damage 16, Dark Stars 34, Guy Gardner Warrior 27 and 28, New Teen Titans 116, 117, and 124 and 125, and Rebels 94 #1, which is a crossover with like Legion. The Legion of Superheroes ends up in our timeline for a while here. So cool stuff and beautiful work, really enjoyable. The crossovers, like I said, are not quite as well written. They get a little harder to read because like you have to like really know all these other DC characters too. But like beyond that, it's still just excellent stuff. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.